This is Paul for Redneck Sports. I believe that everybody should win in life, or at least attempt to. The first three maxims of General Robert Neyland's game maxims, I believe apply to everybody. The team that makes the fewest mistakes will win. Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. If at first the game or the breaks go against you, don't let up. Put on more steam. Welcome to the channel. Now let's discuss some sports. Like, subscribe, comment. Show what your opinion is. Let me know if you like what you've seen. And I thank you for your support. If you want to contact me via social media or help me out via my Patreon, I've got my link tree down below. So, we've got a group of 5 playing scheduled this weekend that looks pretty interesting. Yes, I know everybody wants to talk about the power schools, but let's talk about the group of 5 schools that I think are going to be pretty interesting and are worth watching. I mean, we've got a good list. We've got Army at Tulsa, Utah State, Boise State, James Madison, and Louisiana Monroe. And a game that most people are going to have flying under the radar. It's not going for a college football playoff game, but I'm interested just for the simple fact of that, well, I don't like Butch Jones. I've already said that once. And South Alabama is going to be playing at Arkansas State. So, we're going to discuss this group of 5 different matchups here. Now, with the Army Black Knights, they're 4-0. They're playing against Tulsa, who's 2-3. It's an American Athletic Conference game. Right now, Army is first in the nation for rushing yards, 371.3. Tulsa's 72nd. Passing yards per game. Now, this is not the best area for Army. They're 273rd, and Tulsa is 104th. And total yards per game, Army's at 49th, and Tulsa's at 78th. Army right now is undefeated. I mean, they're just looking good. Tulsa getting beat by North Texas kind of proves what they are right now. They also lost a close one to Arkansas State. And, well, Oklahoma State just tore them apart. Army has beaten Lehigh, Florida Atlantic, and Rice and Temple. So, and they beat them by pretty impressive numbers for them. Florida Atlantic was the closest at 24-7. Army's defense is another area that I don't think Tulsa's ready for. So, I'm going to call this game for Army, making them 5-0. This is going to be a good game to watch, though. The next game that we're going to talk about is Utah State, who's 1-3, versus Boise State, who's ranked 21st. They're 3-1. Boise State right now is looking to be a lock to get into the college football playoff. There are other teams that I think that have a strong possibility, but Boise State right now, especially with their history, are the lock currently. Now, Boise State only got beat by Oregon. It's 37-34. So you're talking about a really good team against a really good team. Oregon's got a little bit more luck. Oregon's got a good football program. I mean, we're talking about Oregon here. Utah State, yeah, they've only beaten FCS Robert Morris. They got blown out by USC. Utah was somewhat okay. Temple was not that good. So this is going to be a rollover. It's two Mountain West schools playing each other. So this is a Mountain West thing. Uh, right now, Boise State's fifth in rushing yards, 124th in passing yards, and eighth overall in total yards per game. Utah State's 86th in rushing, 78th in passing, and 63rd total yards overall. I don't see this being a challenge for Boise State. Uh, yeah, this isn't even a question. I mean, Boise State's beaten Washington State 45-24, Portland State 56-14, Georgia Southern 56-45. This really is not even a going to be a contest. This is going to be Boise State busting their tail in to play UNLV for the Mountain West Conference Championship. And if they win it, they'll be going to the college football playoff. So we'll see. Now, one game that I did not say I was going to cover, but I'm going to cover it. UNLV is 25th. They just lost their starting quarterback, but they got in their second quarterback, their QB2, and they still beat Fresno State 59-14. Kansas they barely beat 23-20. Utah Tech FCS school 72-14. Houston 27-7. And they've got great offense, pretty decent defense. Syracuse has beat Ohio, Georgia Tech, Holy Cross, and they lost to Stanford 26-24. Now, Syracuse rushing's not that good, but they're passing. They've got one heck of a passing quarterback. Total yards per game, Syracuse has got them a little bit. Syracuse is at 23rd with 475.3. UNLV is at 59th with 430, but all of that is under the old quarterback. I think that UNLV as a team knows that if they can take on Syracuse, this will go a long way in making sure that they stay up there in contention for the Mountain West and to take on Boise State. I think UNLV will go all out in this one. After this, they've got Utah State, Oregon State, Boise State they're going to be playing. I think that this is going to be one of those games that not a lot of people are paying attention to because it's Syracuse and UNLV. For the common folks, they're not going to pay attention to it. But in all honesty, this is a Friday game, so this is the right time for people to see UNLV, and I think UNLV will carry this off. Now, most people are sleeping on James Madison. They're not even ranked. They're 4-0. They're in the Sun Belt East Division. They're going to be playing in East Belt or Sun Belt West Division, sorry, in ULM, University of Louisiana Monroe, who is 3-1. Low key, a game that's going to be taking two powerhouses in the Sun Belt who honestly have shown that they can do some damage. Now, James Madison a couple of weeks ago beat North Carolina 70-50. They've shown they've got the offense. Charlotte they won 30-7. Gardner Webb 13-6. Ball State 63-7. Louisiana Monroe, the Warhawks, Jackson State 30-14, UAB 32-6, Troy 13-9. Texas beat them. I mean, number one team in the nation. Well, number two, depending on who you listen to. 51-3 was what Texas did to them. I'm looking at the stats. just basic stats. Rushing yards, JMU's at 46th overall. ULM is 147th. Passing yards, JMU 67th. ULM's 266. Total yards per game, it's not even fair. I don't think that ULM has faced anybody big other than Texas. And that was a whooping. I think that JMU knows that they should be ranked. I think that this is a game that JMU's going in and saying, hey, why aren't we being paid attention to? They rightly think they should be ranked. Unfortunately, they're scheduled other than North Carolina. Yes, they played a Power 5 school with North Carolina. They don't have quite the degree of difficulty, but I think JMU is going to go into this game and beat the pants off of ULM to show that they deserve to be ranked. And I think this is going to be their coming out party for it. Now, a game that isn't really that important. I'm well aware that this game is not that important. Other than the fact that Butch Jones is on the hot seat, and I don't like Butch Jones. It's my UT homerism, I guess, coming out. And South Alabama has shown some get up and go. Now, South Alabama is 2-3. North Texas beat them, Ohio beat them, and LSU beat them. But here's the thing. After the Ohio game, for some reason, they figured things out. Their offense went power mad. They beat Northwestern State 87-10, App State 48-14. Arkansas State's 2-2. They beat Central Arkansas 34-31, Tulsa 28-24, Michigan beat them 28-18, and Iowa State beat them 52-7. Now, rushing yards, it's not even close. South Alabama's got 210.8 per game. Arkansas State's got 228, is 228, and they're at 100.8 per game. Passing yards, South Alabama's at 258.2, and Arkansas State's 228. South Alabama's got a good offense. As long as they get it going, and I think that they have, even though they got beat by LSU, it's LSU. I honestly think it's not going to be a massive defensive game, but I think South Alabama is going to be able to go and take this game. They're a favorite in this game, and I hope it puts Butch Jones a little bit further into that hot seat. I want to see Butch Jones be taken down another peg. So these are 5 games that I think people should pay attention to this weekend. I honestly believe that they're worth watching. Okay, maybe not the South Alabama Arkansas State game compared to the other 4, but I think that this is something that if you're looking for games to switch over to during, got a Friday game in there, I think these are some good games to just watch and enjoy. JMU is working to get ranked. They deserve to be ranked, in my opinion. And Boise State and UNLV, well, they're already ranked, and they're going to be fighting to get to the college football playoff. Both those teams are low-key being considered as the front runners, even though I honestly believe that JMU should have a chance. Army, I reviewed the Navy game yesterday. Army and Navy are looking like They're going to be fighting hard for that Commander-in-Chief Cup. And they are definitely looking at a possibility of playing 2 weeks in a row, one for the championship game, and then the week after that, they're going to play in the Army-Navy game more than likely. Well, of course, they're going to play in the Army-Navy game, but I'm just talking about this could be a possibility. So, this is what's going on right now, and hey, it's a group of five. There's always some exciting games in there that people don't pay attention to. So, this has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Thank you for watching this video. I've had some fairly good success with all of my Redneck Sports stuff, and I hope you enjoyed the topic. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, all that rigmarole, and also just let me know what you want to hear about. I'll give a redneck spin to this stuff. Let me tell you, I love sports. So, I love people that want to join me in that. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.